Hello everyone, this is Andy with Tactful Tactical and the Deplorable General, coming to you today with a quick first impression slash, I guess, company review of a couple of products that I'm just really excited about. I just went out to the mailbox and I got this product, so this is just going to be my initial first impression video of the first product, which is actually the Raw Dog Tactical Buffalo Gun Belt is what it is, made out of real buffalo hide. So I picked this up. I ordered it about a week ago, and I paid $19.95 after shipping. Now I'm just going to let you know now that I work in an office setting as my day job. I'm a financial professional, and I like dressing up, and I like wearing nice clothes and being presentable. Well, I've gone out belt shopping before, and believe me when I tell you that a belt for $30 to $60 is not something that you'd be surprised about, especially with a good belt. So currently, I'm not wearing a good belt. I'm wearing a very flexible and flimsy belt, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I decided to go with this. This is actually the second product that I purchased through Raw Dog Tactical. So far, I've been very happy with the company. So, and then I'll get into that here in a minute after we kind of go over this belt. So, first impressions, definitely thick belt, very nice finish, nice looking belt. Definitely something that you can wear with, like some, I would say, like dress casual, maybe like some khakis or just some nice slacks and a polo or something like that. You could wear it with like a suit if you really wanted to. You could get away with it, but I don't know that I would. I think the look of it doesn't really go well with like a suit and tie kind of look. The buckle, very nice buckle, very solid. One of the problems with cheap belts is this piece right here, this little hasp. It'll bend. This is not going to bend. This thing is thick and solid. The belt actually has these buttons here where you can actually take the buckle off and you can replace it with one of your own buckles if you're a belt buckle kind of guy. Nice solid loop here to pull back through. One of the things that I like to see on belts is a second loop, somewhere over here, just so that way if you have that little bit of extra you can tuck it in, but that's okay. A lot of belts don't have it, and this one doesn't, but it's still a very nice feeling out of the box. It's a nice feeling belt. So far, I'm definitely happy with this thing. So, one of the reasons why I got this is because I had purchased from Raw Dog Tactical this outside of the waistband Kydex holster. Love it. I'll get more into that in a minute here, but you can see here it's got these real thick clips that clip to your belt. Great. It's a great system, but the belt that I wear normally on my casual clothes is, I don't know if you can see here, there we go. It's just this like real flimsy leather, it looks kind of cool, I guess, but there's not a whole lot to it. So having my sidearm resting on my hip, it just didn't give me the support that I felt comfortable with. So I decided that I would just go ahead, and since that company made that holster and they offered a belt, I figured I'd give it a whirl. And like I said, for $20, $19.95 after shipping, I figured you can't go wrong. I mean, even if it's garbage, which I knew it wouldn't be, $20 is not a bad deal. So I'm just going to go ahead. Currently, I'm wearing a Urban Carry deep concealed carry holster. Love it. Again, working in a professional environment where I have to wear a suit and tie a lot of times, this is something that I can throw on very easy and conceal. I'll do another review on that later, but just to give you an idea the difference in the thickness here, it's probably twice as thick. And just kind of holding the two ends at about the same point, I mean, this one is like a limp noodle, and this one is just, I mean, that's some good leather. Now, this one hasn't been broken in yet, obviously. the Raw Dog Tactical, where I've worn this for a couple of years. So that's going to make a difference too. And I'm sure in a couple of years this is going to be a little bit more flexible. But just the thickness, it just feels like a good sturdy belt. So it goes through the loops well. That's good. I've had thicker belts before that if you're not wearing, a pair of Ripstop 511 Tacticals or BDU pants, then it's so thick that it's not going through. This seems to go through good and smooth. Let's see how it fits with my Urban Carry holster. This is the Gen 1. The Gen 2 has a clip on it that you don't have to thread it through, which is nice. I might get that eventually, or maybe I'll get that one in black since I have this one in brown, but I like it that much. But that's the other thing, they make this belt in a couple of different colors. They make a brown, a tan, and then this black color. I went with black because I feel like it's the most practical for me, at least. So I'm a 38, and I ordered a 38, and to me, this is just a little long. I'd like to see this just a little shorter. It's not terrible, but it's just a little long because see, when you pull it through your belt loop here, I kind of got this little thing here, and now if maybe once I wear this belt in, maybe it'll sit tighter to me, I guess. I'm not sure. That's one thing that I would like to see, is that being a little bit shorter, but all in all, let me hike these up here. So all in all, I definitely feel like it's gonna hold my pants up, whereas the other cheap belt that I had, it didn't really. I have to tighten it pretty regularly. I guess the other reason that this little bit of length they got here is nice is because if you're wearing an inside of the waistband holster that's pushing out on you, then you have a little bit of extra here to work with. And if that was way over here and you put a holster in there on a full-size handgun, then I assume that's probably why there's a little bit of extra there. So that's something to take into consideration. I guess it depends on what you're carrying and how you're carrying it. So my guess is that's why they made this a little bit longer. Overall, it's comfortable. It feels really good. You saw how thick it is and how durable it seems out of the box, but it doesn't feel stiff at all. It feels comfortable. I can lean forward and back and all over the place in it. Overall, definitely worth 20 bucks. No doubt about it. Again, as a guy who buys belts and who has a hanger in my closet with belts hanging on it, this by far one of the best value buys I've probably ever bought. Definitely happy with it. I'll give you a review in maybe about 6 months or so after I've worn it on a daily basis, just to let you know how well it is, how good it holds up and all. But overall, definitely recommend it. So, and real quick, I'm just going to touch on this. This is their outside of the waistband holster Kydex, 2 big thick clips, big plastic clips, but they're very sturdy. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere. The screws are adjustable, that you can adjust them and tighten the retention. It fits. This is actually for the PT-111 Gen 2, the Taurus. They make these holsters for, I mean, if you have it, they probably make the holster for it. I want to say that this was around $35. I believe that was shipped. Not positive, don't quote me on that, but again, very good deal. When I'm looking at a decent holster, I'm expecting to spend $60, $50, $60, no problem. Drop 35 bucks and to get a good Kydex holster that you could really use on a daily basis, you can't beat that. Now, you can see here, there's kind of a concaved contour here, so this fits against your body real nice. So even though it's not an inside of the waistband, especially if you're wearing like a thick jacket or something like that, definitely something that you can conceal, or a bigger or longer shirt, you can conceal this relatively well. Now, if you raise your hand up or a different movement, it's gonna show. But overall, for an outside of the waistband holster, very concealable, relatively compared to some of the, like a Serpa. So, got this, wore it for 7 days straight. Yesterday was the seventh day, and got out of the car, came into the house, and I noticed that this screw and spacer were missing. Now, this isn't the company's fault. This is my fault. These things are designed that once you get them in, you put your weapon in it, you can adjust them tighter or looser to have the desired retention. So, in reality, when you get a Kydex holster like this, you pull the screws out and you put some Loctite in it. That's just what you do. It's what I've always done, and I didn't with this. I took it out of the box and I wore it for 7 days. Screw came out. Well, all of Raw Dog Tactical's products, their holsters, their belts, have lifetime warranties. So I sent them an email, actually expecting to pay for another screw. I figured how much could it be, a couple bucks. So within 1 hour of sending the email, I got a reply saying, hey, we just suggest throwing some Loctite on it, but we're going to send you a replacement screw. We're going to send it out today for you. So again, great customer service. Great customer service. There's times where I've reached out to companies and it's taken me weeks to hear back. I've reached out to companies, I've never heard back. I've reached out to companies and they say, sure, if you pay for X, Y, and Z, we'll do this and that. Nope. 1 hour later, hey, we're gonna send you a new one. Want to make sure you're at the same address still, just like that. So again, I do not attribute that to the quality of the holster whatsoever. Very good. Kydex feels very solid. I love the olive drab. They have all kinds of different colors that you might be into. I love the OD on that. It just gives it kind of that tactical feel. But all in all, definitely recommend. So as far as the company goes, Raw Dog Tactical, absolutely. They're out of Texas. Absolutely 100% recommend this company. My next purchase is going to be the inside of the waistband holster with them. So far I'm absolutely thrilled with everything that the company has to offer. And I'm going to probably pick up these holsters for some of the other sidearms that I have as well. I really am that happy with them. They're different than some of your other big brand holsters, so I'm not going to compare it. It's something that's different. It serves a different purpose in my mind. So I'm not going to compare it to other holsters, but in and of itself, what it is, what it's used for, on the holster, the belt, absolutely thumbs up. So again, this is Andy with Tactful Tactical and also the Deplorable General, and hope you enjoyed it. Over now.